So our event tonight is we want to promote agriculture. We want to open up our farm. We want to show you what we do and what happens on a modern farm here today.
And Kendall and Tammy Culp of Rensselaer in Jasper County did open up their farm on Thursday night, August the 28th. Nearly 200 there on that evening to learn about crops and technology on a modern farm, and then they dined on some delicious Jasper County food. Who's Your Ag Today was there as well and spoke with Kendall Culp about the reasons why he hosted the event.
You know, Fair Oaks is a good example of opening up your farm and letting people see in and see what you do, and you know, we certainly don't have anything to hide. And we went to actually the Commodity Classic in San Antonio, and one of the speakers challenged the participants there at that conference to kind of step out of their comfort zone and open things up and let people see what they do firsthand on your farm, how you produce your animals, how you raise your crops. That was one part. Another part was we wanted to try to dispel some of the myths about GMOs, and we wanted to highlight technology that's being used on our farm today. And then the third thing is we wanted to talk about the impact agriculture has to Jasper County's economy. And so that's why we had all the local elected and appointed officials here tonight, and we had a great representation from them. You know, I guess what's important is what the participants thought, and I've had a lot of people that were really impressed, and they thanked us for that. They said, boy, I had no idea this is what happened here. I had no idea you used this technology on your farm. And that's exactly what we hope to accomplish here tonight, was to have some aha moments for people that hopefully now the next time they sit down and have dinner at their table, or they go to the grocery store and buy their food, that they'll have a little better understanding about where that food came from, and they might think twice about some of the foods that they're preparing.
Adam Barten is the operations manager at the nearby Ibeck ethanol plant. He was at the crops station and provided detailed information about ethanol production and its co-products.
In an event such as this, where not only have farmers but also important members of the local community, it's great to go more in detail. Everybody has a general idea what ethanol is and what it's used for, but it's great to be able to explain in depth, you know, what are the co-products ethanol, and the benefits that it provides for the community as far as, you know, tax money and jobs and revenue. Again, all our corn is locally purchased, so yeah, it's great to be around folks like this who may not just realize everything that goes on there.
There was a state legislator on hand as well, Indiana District 5 State Senator Ed Charbonneau from Valparaiso.
You can never learn enough about agriculture and what's going on, and no matter how much you think you know, there's a lot more, unless you're running a farm day to day yourself, that you just don't think about. And this has been a tremendous learning experience for me, and I own a farm, so I can't imagine how significant these kinds of events are for the agricultural industry to educate the general public about their business. There's a lot that we take for granted and we don't pay attention to, and you know, a farmer, no matter how big their farm, they're running a business, and they're in competition, and they're continually trying to, I mean, just like any other manufacturing business, they have raw materials that they use, they have a production line of sort of, and they need to continue to improve that efficiency, or they're just not going to be able to stay in the business.
Senator Charbonneau told Who's Your Ag Today that he can use the experience of Thursday night at the State House.
The more information that people can have, the better off you're going to be. And a lot of what we do is a kind of a zero-sum game at times, and we need to make sure that we as an agricultural community are getting the facts out there for everyone to understand. So it certainly better equips me to have that kind of information when I get, you know, asked something on the Senate floor, and that certainly happens.
We started out, it was just going to be a family project, and we wanted to be a little bigger in scope and do a few more things. And so I went to the Indiana Soybean Alliance and asked if they would like to partner with us. And their response was fabulous. And they said, actually, it's part of our strategic plan. We want to have 3 or 4 of these around the state. And so we want to help you promote this and help you sponsor this. And so you're going to kind of be the prototype. And so this was the first one, and they seem to be satisfied with the response tonight and impressed with that. And so thanks a bunch to the Indiana Soybean Alliance for their sponsorship.